In the frozen skies above the Siberian plains, something stirs. Its angular form cuts through clouds like a blade through silk. The Russians call it Felon, a name that speaks not just of power, but of defiance. This is not just another fighter jet. This is Russia's answer to a changing world. This is the story of the Su-57. Born from the ashes of the Soviet Empire, forged in the fires of modern competition, it represents Russia's bold claim to the fifth-generation fighter realm. In the early 1990s, as the world watched MiG and Sukhoi fighters being sold off to maintain a struggling aerospace industry, Russian engineers were already dreaming bigger. They knew the future of air combat wouldn't be won with the weapons of the past. The PAC-FA program was their chance to leap forward, not just to catch up, but to overtake. By 2010, when the first prototype took to the skies, skeptics said Russia couldn't build a stealth fighter. The Su-57's response was written in contrails across the Moscow sky, dancing with a grace that seemed to mock the very laws of physics. This was not just evolution. This was revolution. Beneath its skin of composite materials and radar-absorbent coatings lies a marvel of engineering. The airframe itself is a study in contradictions, sharp edges and flowing curves working in concert to scatter radar waves into harmless whispers. But stealth was just the beginning of this fighter's story. At its heart beat twin AL-41F1 engines, each capable of producing over 30,000 pounds of thrust. But the real magic isn't in their raw power. It's in how they use it. With three-dimensional thrust vectoring, the Su-57 can perform maneuvers that seem to belong more in science fiction than military aviation. The Felon doesn't just fly, it dances. The same aircraft that can cruise silently at supersonic speeds can stop mid-air, pivot like a ballerina, and accelerate in any direction. In the hands of a skilled pilot, it transforms aerial combat from a game of energy management into an art form. But in modern air combat, seeing is surviving. The Su-57 sensor suite represents the culmination of decades of Russian electronic warfare expertise. 6 AESA radar arrays work in concert, creating a hemisphere of awareness that stretches for hundreds of kilometers in every direction. Nothing moves unseen. Nothing hides for long. The N036 Bielka radar system doesn't just see, it thinks. Artificial intelligence helps process the tsunami of data from radar, infrared, and electromagnetic sensors, building a real-time picture of the battlefield that extends far beyond human vision. In combat, information is as vital as ammunition. And speaking of ammunition, the Su-57 carries its arsenal like a master swordsman carries their blade. Internal weapons bays house a deadly mix of missiles and bombs, from the long-reaching R-37M air-to-air missiles to the precision-guided Kh-38 ground attack weapons. Every weapon remains hidden until the moment of truth. Syria 2018. The world gets its first glimpse of the Su-57 in a combat environment. Though brief, this deployment sent a clear message. Russia's next-generation fighter was no longer just a prototype. It was a reality, ready to defend Russian interests anywhere on the globe. The Su-57 stands today as more than just Russia's first stealth fighter. It represents a philosophy, one that values extreme maneuverability alongside stealth, that emphasizes pilot control alongside automation. It is uniquely Russian, born from a combat doctrine that has always prioritized flexibility and raw performance. Looking to the future, the Su-57 continues to evolve. New engines promising even greater thrust and efficiency are in development. Advanced weapons, including hypersonic missiles, are being integrated. The aircraft that first flew in 2010 is not the same machine that guards Russian skies today. In a world where aerial warfare becomes increasingly dominated by unmanned systems and network-centric operations, the Su-57 makes a bold statement. There is still a place for the fighter pilot. Still a need for machines that can outthink, outmaneuver, and outfight anything in the sky. From the drawing boards of Sukhoi's engineers to the front lines of modern air power, the Su-57 tells a story of ambition, innovation, and persistence. It stands as proof that in the realm of aerospace engineering, there is never just one path to excellence. High above the taiga, where the air grows thin and the horizon curves away into infinity, Russia's most advanced fighter continues its vigilant patrol. Silent, watchful. A reminder that, in the eternal chess game of military aviation, the next move might just come from the east.